Hey, Crateaholics. I want to state my opinion, and this is just my opinion on the word heal. In this space, it's used often, and I get that because there are traumas that we have, and we are healing those traumas. But I want to change the word heal in other aspects of our life, because what that word means to me is that we're not enough yet. And if we heal, we'll become enough. And I want to change the word heal to reveal. And I'm going to talk more about this in some of my courses coming up. But reveal, not heal, to me means when we were born into this world, even when we were conceived and we were even in the womb, we already were enough. We always were enough. We're still always enough. But what happens is, as we move into the world, we start doing things that are rewarded. We learn to speak languages. It's rewarded. We learn what our caregivers need from us to feel safe. And we develop different societal beliefs, and we develop these ideas that if I'm quiet, I'll survive. If I'm productive, I'll get love. If I'm talkative, if I'm funny, people will like me more. And as we grow up, we get implanted with these societal expectations. And the more we have, the more we start to get away from who it is that we actually are. And even as children, we're doing things to please our parents because they're the ones that feed us. They're the ones that put clothes on our bodies. They're the ones that we care the most about. And we take that into our adult life, and we take it into relationships. We take it into jobs. We take jobs that we don't want because we think that we need to make money to be something that society wants us to be. We get into relationships and we are performative and we do the things that the partner wants because we think that that's going to make us safe. And those things tend to build up. And I've talked about this before about the heaviness and how when you're doing things that aren't in alignment, it's not light. But I think what we're doing when we're doing quote unquote the work is it's not a drastic attempt to heal. And there's a lot of that in this space where people are going to retreats every weekend and doing all the work. And it's like, I'm trying to heal the trauma. But really what you're doing is more simple. You're just trying to reveal what you always were before society got its claws in you and before you were programmed to be a certain way and do certain things. And once you start to realize that what you're doing is just revealing the person that you always were, because you always were enough, you always are enough, you are enough now, and you'll always be enough. When you start to really internalize that and accept yourself and accept your emotions, accept your behaviors, accept where you need to grow as a person, you start to move into a place of, okay, I'm revealing that I actually don't really like this job, or I'm not being myself in this relationship. When I say I'm fine, I'm actually not fine. You always are fine, but the not fine comes from you not acting in alignment with who you are and who you believe that you need to be is causing you to not be fine. So I urge you to really sit with yourself and go, what do I really want? What do I need to reveal to myself that I'm not seeing yet? What can I do to be more in alignment with what I've always believed? I recently went out and on my birthday, Sarah said to me, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I thought to myself, I really want to hit some baseballs. And when I was a kid, I loved playing baseball. And it's so interesting. It's like I haven't hit baseballs in 7 or 8 years. And when I went and hit the baseballs, I just felt so much joy. And I felt connected to something I really loved. And I asked myself, and I said aloud, I'm like, what am I doing? Why don't I do this more often? And I revealed to myself that it's something that I really loved. And it's something that I'm going to do again soon because it just brought me so much joy. And it brought me to that kid, that child that just did something because they love to do it. Nobody told me, go play baseball. Nobody said that if you don't play baseball, your life depends on it. Your meal depends on it. I just did it because it was fun to me and I loved it. So what is there? Some simple things. Start with simple things in your life. What can you reveal to yourself that you love to do? It might be having a picnic in the park. It might be going swimming in the ocean. It might be, I don't know. What did you do? Make a sandcastle in the ocean, like climb a mountain, go on a bike ride. I mean, all the things that we did that we don't do anymore because we got this societal clause in us. These claws that are in us that hold us from really seeing who we are and what we truly feel joy about. And it's okay. If it's simple, if you loved it, it's okay. And it's true. It's truly the way that you feel that joy is by finding the things that you just love to do. And a lot of it is when we were kids. When was the last time you went on a bike ride that wasn't a Peloton that you were trying to work out to lose weight or whatever? When was the last time you just went for a walk in the park? When was the last time I don't know, what would be a really great thing? When was the last time you fed the ducks, fed the swans? I know they say you shouldn't do that, but how awesome was that when we were kids? When was the last time you threw a rock into a lake? How many skips could you get? Those are things that you did before society said, you got to be busy, you got to do this, you got to do that. So start with something simple. Take a moment and think, what could I be doing that I just really loved as a kid? Did you love reading? Did you love comic books? Did you love baseball cards? I don't know. What can you do that's going to reveal who you truly are? Peace and love. Thank you so much for listening. If you're new to meditation, experienced with meditation, or looking for a new one to add to your collection, go to createaholics.us to download my free custom meditation, A Glowing Heart. It'll guide you on a journey with handcrafted music to bring light and energy to our most valuable asset, our heart. Peace and love.